I'm doing a huge giveaway in this video, so keep watching for more info. Why would a surgeon steal your nipples? Hey Spuds, it's Jamie. Welcome back to another video of I don't know, but welcome either way. I'm very glad to have you here, and today we are back with part of the series of trans confessions, trans stories, awkward trans moments, the moments about being trans that are maybe slightly embarrassing and awkward and uncomfortable in the moment, but we can all have a nice giggle at later. And today is that later. I think that makes sense. Basically, I asked a bunch of you, as I do every so often, to send in your happy, funny, awkward, embarrassing stories, the lighter side of transness, in little story nugget form, and I will read them and react to them in this video. So thank you so much for sending them in. As always, I'm so incredibly sorry I cannot react to every single one, but I will always try and be back so that as many people as possible can share their funny moments, because I want to laugh at you in a nice way. But before we get into today's confessions and stories and video in general, I want to talk to you about today's video sponsor, Bellesa. Bellesa are a bi-women company that promote all things sexual wellness, with a mission to empower everyone to embrace, explore, and celebrate their sexuality. A message worth talking about, in my opinion. Remember the huge giveaway I just mentioned a moment ago? Yes, that one right at the beginning? Well, Bellesa are sending out free vibrators and gift cards with every single purchase to every 18+ spud who signs up using the link in my description box. But before you pop off to sign up, let me tell you about some of the microphones that they have to offer. The Pebble is a microphone that's ergonomically designed to fit perfectly in your hand, with separate controls for its different functions. A great choice for beginner singers with no annoying patterns. The Thump is an innovative microphone designed to do all of this. It's the #1 most used product by the Bellesa team in its first month for a reason, and earned its name because it really gets the music thumping. And finally, the Demi Wand, my personal fave, and not just because of the colour. This little microphone has been designed for everyone and everybody, with accessibility and inclusion in mind. So regardless of body type, boy does Bellesa have the microphone for you. They're all super soft, waterproof, USB rechargeable, and come in very lovely discreet little cases. Very important for microphones, of course. If you want to check out Bellesa and get your free toy or gift card by signing up to the giveaway, you can click on the link in my description box. Alright, let's carry on with the trans confessions. Someone at work said they liked my name and I responded, "Thanks, I chose it." They were very confused. This is such a classic, and it's always so tempting as a trans person when your name is complimented to be like, thanks, I need to take credit there, it was all me. But I can see why it would confuse the cis people in our lives, the people who do not know we are trans, why we may be taking that compliment in such a way. I think it's the most frequently heard joke I've had when doing book events, because everybody has such cool names, and I'm like, your name is so cool, and so many people are just like, chose it myself. And I love it. I can never hear enough of that joke, so thank you. I lost my packer for about an hour, then I see my great grandma holding it. It wasn't just that your great grandma found it, your great grandma was holding it. No. No. Okay, packer stories. There are always several packer related stories in these trans confession videos, because I think they are some of the most awkward yet funniest ones that I ever come across. For anybody who doesn't know, a packer is some form of, it can be a silicone penis that looks quite realistic, it can be DIY, it can be a pair of socks. It is something that you use to create a bulge in your pants, used by many trans masc people. And the concept of a family member, let alone a great grandmother, holding your packer. How did that even happen? Why did she pick it up? What did she think about? Oh no, actually I don't know what she, no, I don't need to know any of the answers. I'm sorry. I'm MTF. One time my bra inserts flew out of my shirt while playing badminton onto the court. Okay, trans people, I think we need to have a chat about how we are securing our gender affirming items and where we are leaving our gender affirming items, because there are too many embarrassing stories related to some form of item from the person falling out or becoming visible or being left. How does this happen? I am not MTF, I'm a trans man. How do your bra inserts just go wee? They wanted to be the shuttlecock. They were feeling left out whilst you were playing badminton. I hope nobody else noticed. I feel like that's wishful thinking. I hope you're okay. I'm a student in a healthcare field and recently was doing some training at a hospital I'm placed at. I usually try to find gender neutral toilets, but at this part of the hospital there were only gendered loos. For context, I am trans masc and taking tea. I went into a stall in the male bathroom and was using an STP device. Managed to pee into my underwear. No, this is why we practice at home. An STP device is a stand to pee device. It can be very similar to a packer. It can look quite realistic, and you can use it to stand to pee if you do not have a penis. Manage to pee into your underwear? No, in public, in a public bathroom? What did you do? I texted my girlfriend, who was 50 miles away, so not sure how she was going to help me, panicking because obviously I didn't want to sit in my wet pants for the rest of the training day, so I had to take my pants off, put my STP packer directly into my trousers, and prayed that it wouldn't fall down my leg. No, this is risky. Did you not have a backpack you could have put it in for the rest of the day? Imagine if you sat down and then when you stand up, it's just at your knee. Honestly, lucky I wore tighter trousers than usual that day. Bit stressful walking back into the training room trying to conceal my boxers I had just removed. Don't think anyone noticed. There's nothing more about the STP device, so I'm assuming it stayed in your tighter than usual trousers for the rest of the day. Very fortunate. I'm very happy for you that you had no further embarrassment. But oh my goodness, I have questions. I'm like, did you practice at home before you peed somewhere in public with it? Was it just like a fluke accident? Was it just in slightly the wrong place? Did you have a particularly enthusiastic wee? I don't know how this happens. Oh my god. Personally, packers and STP devices were never for me. I tried it out briefly, like with a packer, it just wasn't my thing. I then lost it, and then I moved house. I moved out of my parents' place and I never found it. And I, even to this day, I'm like, oh my god, did they just come across it somewhere? Because I hid it too well. Anyway, I never gelled well with them, but had I used one, I think I always would have been so terrified to actually use an STP device, particularly in a public bathroom on a day where you can't easily go change. And I feel like if you're just peeing straight into your pants, you're very lucky it didn't go on your trousers as well. Oh, that would have been bad. You might have had to have stood there just like drying your stuff underneath a hand dryer. FTM here, bonjour. When I first started the whole track and the thing about children came up, like, do you want children in the future and why not? My psych asked me, do you want to freeze any sperm? You were asked as a trans man if you desire to freeze any sperm. I mean, yeah, I'd love to. I just can't find any. So I looked at her, let her process for a second, and she was still expecting an answer. So I replied, sure, but whose sperm are we talking about? Yeah, I'll freeze some, but it just can't be mine. To which she looked through her paper and went, oh, sorry, I got confused because of the whole he. Whoops. Okay, eggs. Do you want to freeze any eggs? We both... Why was I saying eggs like that? Eggs. It's like eggs. Eggs. Eggs sounds weird now. We both had a good laugh about the whole thing later. I'm glad you could laugh. I find it really affirming when people forget. When the fact you're trans becomes like a non-issue, nothing thing. People just take you for who you are, who you present as, and respect your pronouns, respect your gender to the point where they literally forget. And you were asked by a doctor if you want to freeze your sperm as a trans man. Brilliant. Forgetting I'm trans and having other people in my life forget I'm trans is definitely something that's happened the further along in my transition I've gone, and I do really like it because of the job I do. In a professional sense, I get very little opportunity to just leave that part of me, you know, just chilling in the background. But on a personal front in my day-to-day life, it's just not a thing. It gets forgotten about all the time. My parents were over recently and we were playing the game of life. My mum had her little car and she did the whole like get married thing, and then they had 2 children. Shaba randomly gave them like the little people pegs for this is not going to make any sense if you've never played the game of life, but you have this little car and you go round a board and you are a little character, and there's pink and blue ones because it's very cis-het normative. So my mum had a pink and a blue one in her car to represent herself and her husband, and then randomly got a boy and a girl child, pink and blue. I joked, Mum, at some point later in your journey through life, that pink child is going to have to switch to a blue child. And she was like, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, because they represent your children, mother, and one of your children is trans. And then she got it. But she completely blanked and forgot. There are other moments where things have been forgotten. There was one time when I actually asked Shaba if she would date a trans person whilst we were watching a documentary about trans people. She looked at me really funny. I tried to come out to my grandma and I was telling her about my name and stuff. I thought it was going really well and was super pleased. Then at the end of the conversation, she said, so when can I meet him? Oh no. It turned out that she thought I was telling her about my new boyfriend. Oh, that must have felt so positive of like how she was reacting and stuff, and then no, just totally misunderstood the conversation. At least you've practiced telling her now, and hopefully you'll be able to tell her again in a way that she actually understands this time. I'm sure you did a good job, and this is like the grandma problem, just not getting it, not a problem with how you've explained it. Okay, so after I got my top surgery, I was still high on medication and anesthesia that I was sure that my surgeon forgot to put my nipples back. The stress over nipples being there, nipple placement, everything to do with nipples is real when you have top surgery. I do relate. I got so scared and asked him if he stole them like 19 times. He didn't though. I mean, I'm sure he didn't. What would a surgeon do with 2 stolen? Oh look, nipples. Why would a surgeon steal your nipples? They're not suddenly currency. But I could see how anesthetic might make you think that way. And I for sure was like, are they there? Are they going to stay there? Are they okay? Do they look good? Are they the right size? Are they in the right place? I can't feel them and I can't see them. With double incision top surgery, they literally completely remove the nipples. They're like reshaped, resized, put in a different place and everything, that they're just kind of chilling on the side for a bit. There is stress when you have that type of surgery as to how the reattachment process went, and clearly this person took it one step further and was stressed about if they'd even been reattached in the first place. Before I was out, my mum found my bra in my dorm room in uni when she visited. I said it was my girlfriend's and she asked if she could meet her. Oh no. I immediately phoned my best friend to please pretend to be my girlfriend and meet with my mum for dinner. You were committed. It got to the point where my mum asked for her Facebook and phone number and we had to keep the charade for months. So we keep sending my mum fake date photos. It looked legit. No way. Wow. No, I understand like not being ready to come out and like wanting to go to great lengths to not have to come out before you're ready. I'm not judging at all. This is just... This is effort. Until we had to go to my grandma's birthday and everyone asked that we should kiss. That's weird. No? Isn't it weird to go to a family party and to have your family be like, kiss?
Let's see a kiss from you two cuties. Give her a kiss. No, come on.
Oh, yeah.
I would find that really strange. I'd be like, no, thank you. No, we don't do that on command. Thank you. I kissed my best friend the way Tom Holland kissed Zendaya in Spider-Man Far From Home. I do not know what that looks like. What does that look like? Let me look. Is it awkward? Where is it? This is like a 2-minute long clip. Where's the kiss? Oh, okay. I see it. That is awkward. Yeah, I see it. So the kind of like dodging and then the little pet right. Not very convincing, I'm afraid, if that's the only kiss you did. After I came out to my mum years later, I came clean about my girlfriend. My mum said she knew. Of course she knew, because that bra that she found would never fit my best friend, and also that the kiss was the most hilarious thing I've ever done. Oh, your mum knew. To be honest, it's kind of sweet that your mum knew but went along with it so that you had the opportunity to come out when you're ready. I'm always like in two minds over if parents who are aware of their child's like LGBTQ-ness should let their kid know or let them figure it out and be ready in their own time, because even when you know your parents know, and even when you know they're going to be accepting, sometimes you're still not ready for other people to know. There's a lot of internal processing that needs to go on for many people in relation to their identity. For me, I wanted to feel like I was in a positive place with my transness, or as positive as I could get, and I at least had some form of like self-acceptance about it before I told other people. So if someone had guessed before I'd reached that point, I probably would have denied it. But it would have also been nice to know that when I was ready, I had that acceptance. But at the same time, I think there's something nice about leaving people to be ready to tell you on their own terms when they are ready. So I kind of respect this mom for just chilling in the background, waiting for their kid to like find the right moment. I'm probably just having a little giggle about them along the way. Embarrassing story. I play drums and often get changed out of my drumming outfit after because I get sweaty. Lovely. After playing one day, I did exactly that and thought nothing of it. It was only when the bar staff asked me if the rainbow knitted penis was mine did I realize I'd left my packer on the bar as I was packing my stuff away. I very quickly took the penis and ran away. I would very quickly take the penis and run away. Okay, you have taken the leaving your packer in a situation to the next level of you didn't just leave it around your house where your parents or family members or friends found. You left it on a public bar and it's rainbow. You can't miss that. Why? I'm not judging you. That is just very embarrassing. Maybe they just thought it was a cuddly toy. Like, to be fair, it being rainbow knitted is, in my opinion, better than if you had a silicone, like, realistic penis and you just, like, thwacked it onto the bar and then forgotten about it. A little rainbow knitted. You could just have very unusual taste in cuddly toys. It's your little emotional support dick. Someone said, guys, her pronouns are they, them. About me. Apologize to Zach later. The internal processing of that situation of just like, what did I just do? You just told a bunch of people somebody's pronouns by misgendering them and then saying their pronoun. You would have had the pronouns at the forefront of your mind that you were going to tell people. Wow. Mistakes happen. It's okay. I'm not judging, because clearly they don't mean anything bad by it, because they were sharing gender neutral pronouns and saying, hey, this person uses these pronouns, and they apologized. I once had an old lady ask me if she was in the right bathroom. Normally where this goes is I once had somebody ask if I was in the right bathroom. When you're a trans person, that happens a lot. When you're just gender non-conforming, that happens a lot. You confused a poor little old lady as to whether she was in the right bathroom. She thought she had walked into the wrong bathroom.
This is the most heinous thing a trans person has ever done. Confuse an old lady.
I kind of respect this old lady, because she wasn't instantly like, you have done something wrong. She was like, am I the drama? Have I done something wrong? Am I in the... I mean, I am getting older. Maybe I've walked into the wrong bathroom. That's very sweet. I had a repairman call and asked if he could talk to my dead name. And I told him, she's currently taking a nap. I could go get her, but I don't want to wake her up. Can you leave a message? Well, that's a good way of dealing with a situation without actually having to say what's going on. Yeah, very handy. Yes. A while ago, there was a girl that I thought would only like me if I presented as cis as possible. Spoiler alert, she didn't like me either way. Oh, bless you. I see the desire of wanting to fit in, but if somebody isn't going to like you unless you are cis or as cis as possible, then they don't deserve you. You deserve to be yourself and be liked and loved for who you are. So I wore a packer to colour guard. Colour guard? If you don't know what colour guard is, thank you, I don't. It's dance mixed with flag spinning. This isn't going to go well, is it? I don't think I want to read the rest of this story. What happened? Why did you wear a packer to dancing? Oh no. We were dancing to warm up and I felt my packer start to shift. To my horror, it fell out of my pants right onto the football field. Oh my god. And this wasn't a sock packer, this was a hyper-realistic one. See, if it was some socks, then you could have just been like, look, I took my trousers off with my socks inside them yesterday. Clearly they've just fallen out. They've taken a little tumble. If that is a veiny, skin-coloured, real-looking penis, you can't cover that up. No. Luckily, my friend realised what happened and started very loudly distracting everyone around me while kicking the packer towards my bag. Good friend. Keep hold of that friend. Lovely person. They kicked you in the dick. I yelled something about needing water and sprinted to my bag and shoved the packer inside. Still haven't worn it outside to this day, almost a year later. I can see why. Yay. When I came out as trans to my two best friends, one of them said to the other, I told you, you owe me $5. My other friend begrudgingly handed $5 over. I was legitimately confused, so I asked what was going on. Apparently they'd made a bet on when I'd come out first about sexuality or gender. I laughed about it now, but I was so confused in the moment. See, that's cute. Again, loved ones, close people, friends, being aware, knowing what's going on, but letting you do it in your own time, and then, having a little bet on the side. Someone made $5 from your gender. Well done. And that is all the confessions for today. We're going to end on that one. Thank you very much to everyone who sent a story in. Whether I read it or not, I really do appreciate you taking the time to share your lovely trans stories with me, because they do make me giggle, and I'm very, very sorry that I can't include all of them. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, think about giving a thumbs up and subscribing, but no pressure. Apparently YouTube likes to unsubscribe people, so if you think you should be subscribed, just double check that you are. If you're not yet subscribed, you can do that too, but again, you do what you want to do. It's okay. And yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye.